This is the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Now, I know I have posted countless numbers of videos talking about police violence, and of course the undertone is that the police are terrible. Well, even including police chiefs, lieutenants, captains, what have you. Terrible, just awful. Well, I'm going to do a couple of things there. I'm going to talk about a couple of situations. The new police chief of Detroit, I don't have his name off the top of my head right now, came out and said publicly and in interviews, thugs, robbers, thieves, you better watch out, because I have told homeowners to protect themselves with guns. Also, homeowners carry a gun. You are in a situation that needs defending right then and there. Calling the police is not the option. Thugs, homeowners are sick and tired of being the victims. They have guns and they will shoot you. Case in point, woman was being carjacked in her carport. Pulled out a gun, shot the man dead. No charges. None. She was defending herself. 4 guys came and broke into a man's house, shot them dead, no charges. He was defending himself. That is his right as a human. You don't even need to go to the Constitution for that. And he gave more examples of no charges. Now, if he differentiated between vengeance and the situation. So if the guy breaks in, sees you with a gun, and then runs away down the street, you can't then go chasing him down the street, which he said happened, and that person was charged. Now, that investigation is ongoing. He didn't give what the result was, but the person was charged. If somebody breaks into my house, that does not say that they're not going to break in tomorrow. If they run away, that doesn't say that they're going to break in tomorrow. What if I'm not there and my 13-year-old daughter is watching my 2-year-old son and the dude comes back and breaks in again? Tragic thing. So nip it in the bud. For me, if once they break into the house, I say all bets are off. Chasing him down the street. They've done it in Texas. Texas said, "Oh no, it's all fair. You're in the neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood trying to break in with somebody, and you have a gun, and the robber has a gun. All bets are off. Everybody can pull out their gun and shoot you in Texas." This was a case in Texas, and many cases have been cited of where the robber did that, and the neighbors came to the rescue of the house and chased the person down the street, shooting. Yes. No charges. You're defending property. You're defending personal rights, personal freedoms. That robber is breaking your personal freedom. Now, as to the situation in Connecticut, am I getting the state right? So they had sent out, please tell me I'm getting the state right. I always mess this up. So the situation was, the government had determined that everybody in Connecticut had to register their guns. And the head of police in New Haven? I don't know. I'm sorry, my brain is. Anyway, they sent out messages, letters saying, you have 2 options. This is a cutoff date for you to register your arms, your firearms, your weapons. If you do not register your weapons by that date, please destroy the weapon. And the police will come around to collect any weapons that are not registered. Now the date came and went. There was a publicly held call to the police chief, and the police chief, while he had been making all sorts of boisterous claims that this is my way or the highway, you better register the guns and what have you, on the phone call, they made a woman call so that he would be reasonable. And of course, he just avoided most of the questions and saying, oh, that would be something that a lawyer would have to take care of. The police actually are not lawyers. A lot of people confuse them with lawyers. Now, he is on the side of confiscating all the guns, destroying all the guns, registering all the guns so they know when and where and when to go snatch them. The constitutional right to bear arms for the citizens is a constitutional right. Registering a gun voids that right. Because if I can make you register it, I can take it from you. There is no two ways about it. If I can make you register for your gun, I can take it away from you. That's what that means. Don't get it confused with anything else. When Nixon, was it Nixon? When it wasn't Nixon. When they came around and confiscated people's gold, they confiscated the gold that people had registered. So if you register your guns, they will come and confiscate your gun because you are registered to have a gun, right? That's what registration means. It doesn't mean anything else. You buy a gun, it's your property. Registering it means that they can come and take it away from you. Now, here is the silver lining, happy ending to that story. 250 policemen said they would not participate in gun confiscation concerning that act. Swore oaths to that effect. They would not participate whatsoever. Now, it's a funny thing about that. The female caller to the police chief said, "Are you willing to put your men in harm's way to come and confiscate people's guns?" To which he replied with a very glib, "We're police. We're always put in harm's way. That's nothing new." No, you're not always put in harm's way. That's why you ruffle up little black kids. That's why you ruffle up homeless people. That's why you ruffle up single moms. You pick the person without the defenses. Those police are not stupid. 250 police. They're saying we have thousands of chances of being shot dead. And by who? By law-abiding citizens, middle-class citizens who have done absolutely nothing but live in the United States according to the Constitution. I am not having it. And they're absolutely right. Why would your job description mean I am going to now make citizens of the United States my enemy? For what reason exactly? Politics aside, when the rubber hits the road, we're talking about you as a policeman are now going to target middle class and wealthy citizens who pay taxes, who have guns. You know they have guns. That's the whole reason you're going there, to go steal their guns away from them, which is constitutionally guaranteed. Out of the majority of the people, you're still going to have a good percentage who will say no and who will shoot. And you're going to have a smaller percentage who will simply shoot. You're on your way to get shot. Potentially die. For what? For something that actually is unconstitutional on its face. Politics aside, when it comes down to confiscating guns, that's what we're talking about. Police trying to uphold something that is, first of all, illegal, and putting themselves in harm's way for what exactly? Politics. Not crime, not safety, politics. They're trying to control the population on something really that is a powder keg situation. If the politicians want to come and confiscate the guns, let the politicians come. Let Harry Reid come and take guns. Let Nancy Pelosi come and take guns. And when she gets shot, when he gets shot, maybe they will think twice about making these political, social engineering decisions, because that's what's going on. It has nothing to do with safety. It has nothing to do with crime. 250 policemen said no. Thank you for watching the Chicano Live Show.